Welcome into Weather Nation as we take you to Bristol, Tennessee, and you can see heartbreaking scenes earlier from flash flooding. Heavy rain across the area. In fact, in the Nashville area, we had just over 7 inches of rain in 24 hours, and unfortunately impacting homes, businesses, causing more than 100 people having to be rescued from the quickly rising waters. And unfortunately, it is going to take some time before we start to see the water levels recede. You can see right here behind me on the rainfall accumulation map where we've seen some of the most significant flooding already. But as we go into the northeastern part of the state, that is where Eli Bray joins us. And Eli, you've seen the flooding from back in 2010 across the state, but you're saying that this is even worse when it comes to the flash flooding that's already occurred.
This is some of the worst flooding that we've seen in quite some time. This is our flood season, though. For the past couple of years, we have been getting flooding in March and April. But one of the things that made this particular event worse is that it came quickly. Usually it takes just a couple days. We have a few rounds of rain that in a period of 1 to 3 days that come through. But we got about 7 inches of rain in a very short period of time, and the ground was already saturated. That produced the serious flooding that we're seeing right now. We've had water rescues all across East Tennessee. As a matter of fact, here in Hawkins County, we've had about 2 or 3 rescues so far with a drowning victim.
And that's the unfortunate part, I think, about this flooding, as we've already had several people lose their lives as a result. I was just talking with you earlier, and you were telling me that right now you're in your home with your family. Emergency managers are saying don't go anywhere. What has it been like, or what have you heard is going on across your community? Because you said some of the water came into your home, but there were other people that were not as lucky.
Right, we got some minimal damage. Just the kitchen floor is a bit warped, but right now we're lucky to still have our home. We can still live in it. But up in Kingsport, there has been some evacuations that have taken place. The North Fork Holston River has gotten so high, it's almost in its moderate flood stage, that 12 people had to be evacuated from an apartment complex.
That's always so sad to hear when people feel that they're safe, but then those water levels, as we saw, and you can see here in the video, rise so quickly to the point that you have to get to higher ground. From living in the area, from knowing some of the local roads and some of the local spots where the elevation changes quickly, do you have any advice to some of your fellow neighbors that may not know what's going on but are now starting to get that first understanding of what's happening in some of these communities?
This is a very serious situation, and I believe what people need to know is what you all always preach: turn around, don't drown. It may look like that it's only a couple inches deep. Don't chance it. Please don't chance it. We don't want to have any more deaths than we have to. So just stay home, follow advice from emergency management and the National Weather Service.
Thank you so much. That was Eli Bray joining us from northeastern Tennessee. We hope you, your family, and your community stay safe and things start to really improve for you across the region.